The history of U.S. government attempts to purchase Greenland. This introductory slide sets the stage for the presentation, outlining the historical context and strategic motivations behind the United States' repeated attempts to acquire Greenland. It signals a focus on both the diplomatic and geopolitical aspects of these efforts. Geographic overview of Greenland. Greenland is the world's largest island, spanning over 2.1 million square kilometers and covered by a vast ice sheet. Its location between North America and Europe makes it a crucial geographic wedge in the Arctic region. The island's proximity to northern sea routes near the Arctic Circle further increases its strategic importance, especially as climate change opens new navigation possibilities. Natural resources and economic potential. Greenland's economic potential is driven by its abundant mineral deposits, including rare earth elements, zinc, lead, gold, and iron ore. Offshore areas offer prospects for oil and gas exploration, though extraction is challenged by high costs and environmental concerns. Climate change is melting ice, opening new shipping lanes and making resource extraction more feasible, but these opportunities are tempered by significant economic and environmental challenges. Military and geopolitical importance. Greenland's strategic location is vital for monitoring the Arctic and North Atlantic regions, shaping global military strategy. During the Cold War, U.S. air and radar bases on the island served as key defense points against Soviet advances. Today, Greenland continues to support Arctic surveillance, missile defense, and NATO activities amid rising geopolitical competition. First U.S. government offer to purchase Greenland, 1867 to 1868. After acquiring Alaska in 1867, Secretary of State William H. Seward sought to purchase Greenland to expand U.S. influence in the Arctic. A government survey highlighted Greenland's rich natural resources, fueling interest in acquisition. However, widespread criticism of the Alaska purchase led Congress and the public to reject further territorial expansion, and the Greenland proposal was dropped. This episode marked the beginning of a long history of U.S. interest in Greenland's strategic and economic potential. World War II and military bases. During World War II, Greenland became a crucial military site for the United States, protecting North Atlantic routes. The establishment of Thule Air Base in 1943 provided a key early warning system against potential threats, and the U.S. military presence during the war paved the way for long-term strategic interest in Greenland. 1946 U.S. purchase proposal. Under President Truman in 1946, the United States proposed purchasing Greenland to secure military bases and strengthen Arctic influence during Cold War tensions. The island's untapped natural resources added economic motivation to the proposal, but Denmark resisted due to sovereignty concerns and a focus on post-war recovery. Danish response and outcome. Denmark rejected the 1946 U.S. offer, emphasizing Greenland's integral role in national identity and sovereignty. The country prioritized post-war reconstruction and expressed concerns about territorial integrity. Despite the denial, the U.S. maintained a military presence through negotiated agreements, highlighting the complex balance between strategic interests, sovereignty, and diplomacy. 2019 proposal by President Donald Trump. A renewed proposal to purchase Greenland was made in 2019, driven by the island's strategic and economic importance. The proposal brought Arctic sovereignty issues to the forefront and highlighted the growing presence of major powers, such as China and Russia, in the region, intensifying geopolitical competition. International and public reactions. Denmark swiftly dismissed the 2019 purchase proposal, declaring the island not for sale and rejecting the idea as absurd. Experts raised legal, diplomatic, and ethical concerns, while global media scrutinized the symbolic messaging and implications. Locally, Greenland's public largely favored maintaining autonomy, reflecting complex sentiments toward foreign proposals. Greenland and Denmark's official stance. Both Greenland and Denmark emphasize the island's political status within the Kingdom of Denmark and its self-rule institutions. Danish officials highlight respect for sovereignty and adherence to international law, while Greenlandic leaders express concerns about external interference affecting autonomy. The incident reinforced strong Danish-Greenlandic ties and the importance of mutual consultation and recognition. Sovereignty and self-governance of Greenland. The 2009 Home Rule Act grants Greenland control over its internal affairs, including resource management and local governance. Denmark remains responsible for foreign affairs and defense as part of the sovereignty arrangement. Greenland's population seeks greater autonomy to protect indigenous interests, adding complexity to sovereignty discussions. Legal frameworks governing land transactions. Land transactions involving Greenland are governed by international law principles, such as territorial integrity and self-determination. Any transfer of sovereignty requires consent from both Denmark and Greenlandic authorities and must adhere to existing treaties and bilateral agreements. Historical precedents underscore the importance of diplomatic negotiation and legal frameworks over unilateral actions. Impact on U.S.-Danish relations. Despite challenges, the U.S.-Danish relationship remains strong, rooted in historical ties and mutual interests. NATO and Arctic collaboration continue to underpin joint security efforts, and the 2019 Greenland proposal led to diplomatic dialogues that emphasized respect and the balance of strategic and alliance interests. Continuing strategic interest in the Arctic. The Arctic is increasingly important for global security, with major powers expanding their military presence amid climate change. Natural resource exploration and economic activities are on the rise due to melting ice and new access routes. Greenland's strategic bases, such as Thule Air Base, remain vital for early warning and Arctic surveillance operations. Greenland's evolving role on the global stage. Greenland actively participates in climate change advocacy and champions indigenous rights on global platforms. Mining, tourism, and fishing are key economic sectors driving sustainable development and growth. The island's role in Arctic sovereignty elevates its significance in regional diplomacy and environmental governance. Potential future developments. Advances in technology and changing climate conditions may enable expanded mining and resource extraction in Greenland's Arctic environment. The island may gain increased political autonomy or eventual independence, impacting governance and local administration. Enhanced military partnerships could further strengthen Greenland's strategic significance, while environmental shifts may open new Arctic shipping routes, influencing global trade and governance dynamics. Summary: this slide recaps the main themes and findings of the presentation, reinforcing the enduring strategic, economic, and geopolitical importance of Greenland. Conclusion: Greenland's enduring strategic importance. In conclusion, Greenland's geographic location offers strategic access to Arctic routes and abundant natural resources critical for global economies. U.S. efforts to purchase Greenland illustrate long-standing diplomatic negotiations and sovereignty considerations. Today, Greenland continues to play a crucial role in modern Arctic geopolitics and international strategic planning.